Hello everybody. Well, I've lost my mind again. I've got another F40T12 to show you, and I'm probably going to fire it up. Okay, so this is 1.2 meter, made by Thorn, and it is the Super Whitehawk. So this is the basically a cool batten. Okay, this is the probably the most, I don't know, probably exotic that I have, I'd say, or maybe, epic. Okay, so this is made by Thorn Lighting, and it's a Super Whitehawk. Okay, now you probably may have seen that this one here is an F40T12. Okay, now this one here is a double batten. If you saw the Super Gold Hawk, that is a single version. Okay, but this is the double version. Okay, now I've had this batten for a while. Okay, and I'm going to be doing a new video of it because it's changed over the years. Okay, and we're going to fire it up and see what we think of it. Okay. So now if you saw the standard Whitehawk, the lamp holders are smaller, but this one's got bigger ones, so you can use T12 tubes in this. Okay, so let's take a closer look at this thing. Okay, now since things have changed, okay, I used to write on them, but I don't, and now I just print and stick them on because it's more easier. Okay, the cords I use now are removable, and they're computer cords. Okay, just so it's more convenient. Okay. Yeah, you probably might remember on this end is where the fixed cord used to be, the cable gland used to be there. Okay, and then on this side we had the cable holders. Okay, but not anymore. It says Super Whitehawk. Okay, we have a switch here so we can turn the tubes on. Okay, this is a clipsal. Okay, and it's pretty smooth, those clipsal ones. I like the sound of those. Okay, now okay, so we have our starter receptacles, one on this end, and of course one on this end. Okay, the plate is held on by 2 screws. Okay, 1 and 2. Okay, and we have our big lamp holders. Okay, so this is made by Thorn. You can see the lamp holders are big, so you can use the T12. All right, okay, and I'll show you the back real quick. Okay, so here's the back. We have these rings so I can carry it or hang it. I'm going to probably replace them. We have our feet to stabilise it. We've got 3 holes in the back, 2 ballasts. Okay. All right, so that's basically all that's on that side of the batten. All right, so I guess we'll fire it up. So we'll fire it up with the T12s. Okay, and we're going to fire it up with some T8s and some LEDs as well. Okay, so we better put in some starters. Okay, starter goes in. Now there are wires in there, so they're kind of in the way. I should be able to get this in. I can use this to twist it in place because these have a deep cavity, these super battens. Okay, a starter socket there. Just put the starter in. Okay, a bit tricky to get in. Okay, so I'll twist that in. Just get another starter and we'll use that to lock it in place. Okay, because the cavity's deep, I can't even get a grip on those starters. Okay. Sure, it's good that they have those notches, so you can use another starter to turn them in. Okay, so we've got our starters, so now we're going to fire up the tubes. Okay, we're going to put in 2 F40T12. So this is a Phillips we're going to put in. This is a newer one. Okay, so we'll put this in, line it up with the slot in there, and the same on the other end. And twist it. Okay, now I've got this really old one. So this is an old one. The ends are a different colour. Okay, and these did have brass end caps back in the old days, but they don't anymore. They're all stainless. Okay, probably because stainless was maybe different. Okay, and also with brass, it would tarnish over time, as where stainless does not. Okay, so we got our T12s in there. So let's fire it up. Sometimes I need to help these because apparently the contacts need cleaning. There we go. I'll try and get this one to start. There we go. So there we go. We got some old T12s, F40, running in the Super Whitehawk. Okay. Yeah, apparently I need to clean the contacts up. They're a bit filthy. Okay, I'll get a wire Dremel in there and just clean them up. Okay, so and that will probably help, so that way I don't have to help the tubes. Okay, so there we go. Okay, now this one here is a little bit brighter because this one's old. This is a really old one. Okay, so this one here is newer. Okay, that's a very old one. You can tell by the end there is starting to blacken. It's very old. Okay, probably the oldest T12 tube I have in my collection. Okay, and the ends are filthy, as you can see. That just shows how old it is. Okay, and you'll probably find those old tubes in some of the old Daylight Adelaide battens, I bet. Okay, now with this batten here, I can have one tube on at a time, so I can turn that one off and just have this one on. Or I could, the batten will stay still, do this. Okay, I'm getting a little bit of a glow over there, see if we can get it to start. This thing will start. There we go. Okay, so yeah. Now, unfortunately, these T12s are not blinky for some reason. I don't know why, but they're just not. Okay, but when we put the T8s in there, you'll see there's a big difference between that. Okay, so that's those, the F40s. So we'll take them out, and we'll put in the T8s. Okay, so we'll take these out. Okay, so they just come out. You just pull them out. Okay, so they're pretty simple to put in. Okay, yeah, I can see those contacts. They're filthy. They are filthy. I need to clean them. Okay, so now I'll put in these. These are T8 F36. These are made by Compton. These tubes. So basically, they go in the same way. Okay, if we can get them to go in. Sometimes it is a bit finicky, tricky because of the way the lamp holders are set up on this thing. Okay, but as long as you know what you're doing, you get them in. Okay, twist that in. All right, so now we got T8s. So let's see how she performs with these. Okay, we've got some blinkage out of that side. See if we can get this side started. Probably need to jump start it. Oh, there we go. Oh. There we go. So up here, I do need to clean those contacts up. But yeah, that's the T8, the F36. Okay, and this is what it looks like with them. Okay. Okay. Do this. Okay, see if we can get more blinkage out of these. Awesome. Cool. Nice. Alrighty. So that's the T8s. Okay, fluorescent. Okay. Now we're going to put in some more newer technology, as in LED. Okay. So we'll take these out. Okay. So these are those are your old school. They're fluorescent. There. Figure that is old school. Okay. The new stuff today in 2020. Is LEDs, so we're going to stick those in. Okay, I'll just use this to release these, and we've got to put different starters in, so we need to put these in. Okay, and these, they don't have the notches, so I'm probably going to have to use a pair of pliers to lock them in place. Okay, so we'll set those there. Okay, so you can see those wires are kind of in the way there, but there's not much I can do about that unless I open the batten up and plan to move them. Yep, that one I got in. Now I'll do this end. Okay, so these LEDs are LEDs that we're going to be putting in. Okay, so we're going to be putting in 18 watt LED tubes in this thing, just to show you the versatility of it. Okay, and we got two here. They're both made by SAL, and these are both neutral white. Now you can only put these in really one way, because on this side you got the part with the LEDs mounted. You want that facing the plate. You don't want that facing outwards, because if you put it in wrong, it's not going to work really. Okay, so you want to put it in the right way. Okay, so like that. All right, so you put that in like that. Okay, it's basically the same with any LED tube. Okay, because with the fluorescent you can put it in either way, but with these you can only put it in one way really. Okay, because of the way the tubes are made. All right, so these are LED. Now these won't blink. Okay, but they are still good. Yep. Okay, so these are LED. Okay. They're neutral white, and these are actually a lot brighter than the fluorescents, okay, and they turn on instantly. There's no blinking, okay? Okay, because these are old technology, and also they're glass, so they break easily. These are plastic, okay? I can easily tell an LED tube by looking at the ends of it, okay? So, so those are LED, okay? So these are LED tubes, okay, made by SAL, and they're actually the technology you'll see in use now. Okay, so a lot of people are changing to these, and they're getting away from these because these are just old technology. Okay, and they've been out for about 80 years. This one here is new technology, and it's a lot better. Okay, there are a lot of negatives against LEDs, but come on, there's nothing to be negative about them. They're just good. Okay, these are good collector's items, so I try to preserve them. Okay, so we'll turn these off, and now we're gonna put in something a little more exotic. Okay, we're gonna put in some of these coloured LED tubes I bought for the element battens. Okay, so we'll take these out and we'll put these coloured ones in. So I've got a red and a yellow there that we're gonna fire up. Okay, so I'll set that out. Okay, now these will run on the same starters. I don't have to change out the starters for these. Okay, because these are Type A, okay, LED tubes. Okay, and this is what the starters, okay, need. Type A LED takes a starter as we're, okay, that depends on what ballast you're using, I guess. You've got Type B, Type C. Okay, just get that in because it's a bit, let's try to get this in here if I can. Apparently I've got to fiddle around with this to get the pins to line up. Okay, in the lamp holder. Okay, so it's a bit hard to do one-handed, I'm sorry. Okay, but you can easily just fast forward this, okay? But we do get it in eventually. There we go. Now we'll do the other side. Okay, so we've got red and yellow. Red and yellow LEDs. So let's fire them up. Here we go. Red and yellow. Okay, so there we go. Red and yellow. So that would be, this is kind of a colour you'd probably find in pizza shops, okay, or some. Yellow is used as bug light. Red is usually used in dark rooms. Okay, red would probably represent summer, and yellow would probably represent autumn, okay, if you know. Okay, but that's pretty cool, okay. I like that, okay, and I can have one on at a time, so we'll just have, or I could just have red. So that's red and yellow, okay. Now the yellow one has a coated cover as the red one does not, okay, so that's yellow and red. Okay, so hope you enjoyed seeing my Super Whitehawk, and that'll be it.